Hello guys, welcome to the first video of Siboroz mapping, and today we are going to be we will be doing Siboroz Civilization started over. Since everybody is new here, or if you're from my main channel Siboroz Production, or anywhere even, please subscribe. It will help me out tremendously, and you don't know how much it helps on out until they even tell you. We will be starting in this small looking region. I think this is like Myanmar, and this big old area around here will be our beginning point. And then we will have this nation is the blue team, or the blue nation. Also, thank you so much to Edith Brew for the inspiration to make this series. I highly appreciate it. Anyways, I will be expanding them to around here. That is practically all of the discovered world painted as the blue nation, so we will be expanding even further into more areas. Like, this looks mountainous, but I don't really think it is. I have no clue if it is until they find their first area. This is more like a Thailand area. We're starting in Southeast Asia, by the way. I think it's Southeast Asia that Myanmar is. Or Burma, as some call it. But that's besides the point. So this is about 30 years after the initial establishment of the blue team. A bit, and then they have people who ran away because of poor living conditions, I guess, and they formalized their own red team. Or the red nation. Call it Thailand if you want. You can call it Bangkok, whatever you want. What the hell, man? I just sounded strange. And this red team eventually meets up with the blue team. They decide to have friendly relations for the time being, but the blue team looks to get revenge against the red team for breaking away from it. These nations then decide to send people into new land areas that they haven't discovered yet, and they find the tip of Vietnam, I think it is, and parts of Cambodia. Honestly, it's interesting what they've found so far. And this is a big land patch that they discover. And boom, would you look at that? All this land discovered in less than 5 to 10 minutes. And then they discover a big river. This is like the Bangladeshi River, I think it's called. And then we have the formation of the Green Republic, I guess. You can call it Singapore, Malaysia, or whatever you want, but we'll call it the Singaporean Federation. Well, they don't even know what a federation is, so the Thai and Singaporeans meet up, and just as the Burmese people did to them, they will establish friendly relations. Alright, so the green team has established relations with the red team. They are currently working together to discover more land and more resources that they can have. And the green team has proposed to have a secret pact of defense against the blue team. The red team is to the green team, and they enter the first pact. But whilst this is happening, blue has expanded into the Bangladeshi River. And there is the pink team. This pink team is rebelling against the blue team as they have overexpanded and the people at that area are unhappy. They actually know a bit of the Burmese language, so they talk to them and borders are eventually established like that. Now the blue team has been significantly weakened by this. So we have a crazy event happening. The Burmese Civil War. Now we have a cyan team coming in from 3 fronts all around there. They surround the blue team. The blue team is practically helpless. And eventually they win. And then the blue teams return, but under the cyan team's reformings. And just like that, we've had our first war. And the Burmese have lost that war. Which is actually embarrassing, honestly. Anyways, the red team sends an expedition eastward to establish the coast and to ensure there's more land for them to have. And they sort of go this way into there, and that's all they can discover for now. But they do send another boat over this way until they find something. What? They found something. Yo, get over here. What are these islands? They're in a massive group. Oh my gosh, I've accidentally discovered Borneo. I was trying to discover the Philippines. Oh well. The green team also assists the red team in discovering this new island, and the island has been completely discovered. Let me just clean it up real quick. Now, the red team. The red team can only do limited expansions, so they have to expand into that area, and then that. And that's all they can expand. They can just pretty much take most of this island, part of this island. They take the southern half, and then in the northern half, a new nation has been formalized. It is the orange team. Now, the orange team will take the rest of the island, a bit of the southern half, since that's allowed, and the green team didn't exactly completely take that part. And right now, these are the borders. Until a new nation appears in this small area. It is a rebellious force trying to create their own republic. This nation can be called the Yellow Team or the Cambodian Team, whatever you decide. And then the Cambodian team uses strategic guerrilla tactics to make a bunch of pointing parts in this area. That actually brings the red part into massive encirclement, 2 encirclements. And then they slowly but surely just take that over, and they also take this over. And that's the officialization of the Yellow Team. Bow, bow, bow. This is our current map. If there is anything else I should add, it would probably be the capital cities and that. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The capital cities will be seven. Major cities will be 4 to 6.9 or 4 to 7. Minor cities will be considered less than 4.0. There are no major cities aside from the actual capital city for now, so this is practically the best you'll be getting. Because the capital has the most citizens, unlike what they do in Australia where everyone lives in Sydney and Melbourne. And then Canberra's pretty much a ghost town, aside from the actual government and that. But even then, the government lives in like their local areas, usually. And only come in like when it's their job to come in. Like, nah, really. Anyways, we've got some good city creations. You know what? I've decided to allow each nation to make two major cities that are capitals. So, 1, 2, or to upgrade one of them. And then, yeah. So we have 1 major, 2 major, singular major, double major, 1 here, 1 there. Boom, bada bada. Make that one, and then that one. And as you can see, that is all the major cities. We got minor, major, and then capital cities. Then we have a few more events that will take place. The first will be the next expeditionary from all the nations over here. But the Bangladeshis, they actually look into discovering more of their areas until we've found the Himalayas. I think it's the Himalayas? I don't know. But then, because the Himalayas are there, Bangladesh decides to explore more over there. And now the green team has decided, I think I want more land. So let's discover this entire island, which, spoiler, it won't be won't be all their land. And they also find Java, along with like parts of this random island. I don't think we're making it to Australia yet, which is a relief to say the least. I cannot be bothered to simulate Australia. Honestly, Australasia, whatever the hell you call it these days. And then the orange team, they've decided they want to discover that big area that they missed out on earlier. This is about 30 years from when the previous expansion happened, and there's been quite a few like expeditions, whatever the hell you want to call them at this point. We are back. The green team decides to expand into this quite a bit, but they leave part of it to see if any other people will create a civilization. Same for this, but they just take part of those areas. And to no one's surprise, we have a few escapees that decide to create their own civilization. This is called the purple team, or you can call it whatever the heck this island's called. Central blah blah blah. we have the orange team expanding into the southern areas of their islands and the central. Then we have another nation being formed. This nation is called Central Filipinos. Then we have one last nation being formed, and this is called the island of Sabalaba. Yeah, you heard me. The island of. And then this pink team, it expands so much into this area. The yellowish team, they expand into this. The Vietbodians, I guess you could. Right. And then the red team, they take quite a bit of land. They might not be able to hold this land for long, but for now they hold all of that. On the other hand, the Burma team, they decide to expand and they block part of the Thai team off. Thai, yeah, it's probably Thai. I was right. So it's Thai. There is one last nation being formed down here. It is called Eastern Java. What? City creations. Woohoo! This nation puts their capital there. This nation puts their capital dead center, which is smart. They're being intelligent with this one. They put their island capital there, and they put theirs there. Main cities. Boom. Those are a bunch of major cities. Then we have like some minor ones, which everyone can get. We have some being created in, I don't know, Manila, I guess. Yeah, we've decided it's called Manila. Then we have some more being created over here. And then the final city constructed in the second or first, I don't know. One of these episodes, the second episode is this one. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to watch this video. I'm Siboroz Mapping, and this is the end of episode 1 or 2 of What If Civilization Started Over. See ya.